In the age of sail, ships could be away from land for months at a time, and this made food preservation critical to the success of these ventures. One of the ways that food was preserved was with salt. A typical meal on board a ship consisted of salted beef. Now, how does salt work to preserve food? When the meat is placed in salt, the salt creates a high salt concentration on the surface of the meat. This means there's a concentration gradient between this film of high salt water with the salt inside the meat. And due to osmosis, water will move towards a higher concentration. This means that salt pulls most of the water out of the meat. Bacteria struggle to survive in a high concentration of salt by the same mechanism that drew the water out of the meat. A low concentration of salt needs to be maintained within the bacteria, but since there's a high concentration of salt outside, the water gets drawn out of the bacteria, killing them. This is also how honey can be preserved for a very long time. Now, sugar can often be a food source for bacteria, but because honey has such a high concentration of sugar, it creates a concentration gradient between the bacteria and the surrounding sugar, drawing the water out of the bacteria, killing them. So salt was critical to maintaining food supplies for a long journey. However, this didn't make the food particularly palatable. In fact, oftentimes sailors would dump seawater over the salted meat in order to make it less salty. Today, however, with refrigeration, this method of food preservation is very rare.